Hi everybody. So if you're watching this, my guess is that your ensemble director is planning an online fundraising campaign with FansRaise. So that's great. Welcome aboard. Video is a short one, and it's designed to help you understand how FansRaise works and why your role in the campaign is the single biggest factor in making your campaign a successful campaign. So the first thing I want to do is really go over the ways that you can use FansRaise. Now, most of you probably already know what crowdfunding is and how it works in a general sense. So I'm going to assume that most of you, probably all of you, know how social media works, and you probably spend, I don't know, hours each day connected to various social networks. Most crowdfunding exists purely in the social media sense, and FansRaise works a little like that too, but most social media driven campaigns never reach their full potential. And that's for a lot of reasons. But what we do at FansRaise is we've built a student and member focused campaign that actually uses your contacts and your connections. The difference is we message them directly using email, which is shown to be a lot more effective. So this is actually a combination between the social media sharing and email. And that's what makes a FansRaise campaign reach its fullest potential. So your director can set a campaign up using FansRaise and just ask that everyone share the page. But by having you as members involved directly, this gives the campaign a huge boost and a big shot in the arm. So I want to show you a couple quick examples on how a campaign can be drastically improved by student effort. And this is a way that you can think about this as a way to take a campaign that may only raise maybe a couple $100, and you could take it way beyond that and raise an insane amount of money in a relatively short period of time with almost no work. So I'm going to throw some numbers out here. Let's say we have an ensemble. It's about 110 members. This could be a concert band, a marching band, a drum corps, could be an indoor color guard program, could be a lot of different things. Maybe it's an entire music department. But let's say you have 110 members. And let's say 90% of those members are going to be hands-on involved with FansRaise on the campaign. So that gives us 100 members to work with. Okay, that's a good, nice round number. Let's also assume that each of those members contributes an average of 10 contacts to FansRaise for the campaign. So now, important to note, this is only about halfway to the 20 contacts that we recommend and that we ask for. So let's say we're only going halfway to 10 contacts on average per member. It's not terrible, but it could be a lot better. That creates an email list that's about 1,000 potential donors. Now, what does this mean? So out of that list of 10 contacts per member, let's say each student ends up uncovering 4 donors that actually step up to the plate and make a contribution. And let's say that average contribution or that average donation is $33 per donation. That's actually a little bit on the low side, but let's go with it. So from an arithmetic standpoint, that's going to raise $13,200 received into your program. That's a tremendous windfall of cash. And most band fundraisers or large organization fundraisers never return that type of profit, especially given that there's almost no work involved with this. Now, let's improve the numbers a little bit. Remember that 13,200 number. We're going to be coming back to that in a bit. So let's change the variables a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll take the same ensemble with 110 members. We're going to say 90% participate. We're going to say that we're going to go 3/4 of the way to 20 contacts. So each member is actually going to contribute 15 contacts per member. All right, so we're still not all the way to 20. We're only 3/4 of the way. So that creates an email list of 1,500 potential donors. And then we look at 6 donors per student. So every student within their list turns up 6 donors, averaging $33 per. What's that arithmetic bring us? Well, it brings us $19,800. So you can see the difference just by turning up the member participation part of this. You've jumped way up to almost $20,000. Now, what are the factors that you can control in this as a member, as a student? Well, number one, full participation. Get everyone involved and everybody get as close to 20 contacts as possible. You can go beyond 20 if you want. But number two, keep it quality. Quality contacts, people that know you, that aren't just a name on a list. They're certainly not made up. They're real, viable potential donors, jobs and income help. Don't just get caught up in grabbing names from wherever just to put them on a list to get your section leader or your band director off your back. That doesn't help anything. And we're just spamming innocent people at that point that don't know you and don't really understand what this is all about. So quality is key. Number three, continually look for ways to add to your list throughout the campaign. Think creatively. All right, so here's the drill. These are really the four things that make this a win for you as a member. So your job in this is easy. All you need to do is check your email. There's going to be a link. Read the email, of course. Follow the directions. Click your link. It brings you to the FansRaise website. You're going to select a password, and then you're going to begin adding your contacts. That's about it. That's pretty much where your job ends. Now, you get some extra bonus points unofficially if you do this last little bit, this last little step. Reach out to your 20 contacts personally. Give them a quick heads up to look for an email invitation to a special online event that your performing group is going to be launching online. This can be, you can send them an email directly from you, or a text, or a direct message, or whatever you want. That step is so key. It improves email open rates, click-through rates, and everything just goes better. Number two, this activity is completely built for you. It's built online. There's no reason in the world whatsoever that you and your group can't just step up and crush this. Number three, make this a game. Have fun with it. Work as a team. Work as a section. Support each other. Come up with some new and creative ways to get chunks of contacts. I'm not talking about putting the phone book into the system and just praying for a miracle. Use your parents. Use groups that you belong to. But add contacts that know you and understand how important this activity is to your performing ensemble. And then lastly, number four, who's going to lead this? So I think a lot of times student groups are underestimated in the amount of leadership that can come from within. So I actually would issue this as a challenge to section leaders, drum majors, captains, upperclassmen. This is really your time to make an impact. And at FansRaise, when we look at all these campaigns that are being run, the groups that are the most successful are the ones that are being driven by the students. All right, so talk to each other, challenge each other, and everybody step up and make an impact. So some would think that just throwing a request out to the universe, like our band needs new uniforms or an equipment trailer, or we have an opportunity to go on this big performance trip, that the universe is going to turn around and give to you and respond. Well, once in a while, crazy things can happen, but for the most part, the connection will be to you. And remember, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. So that's all we have. If you have any other questions, issues, problems, email us at support@fansraise.com. Check out our YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook page. There's lots of great resources there. And we're always here to help.